Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Saggy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So remember, your for your May 2021 Taroscope is up and atom. So watch that at your leisure. There'll be a link somewhere in the video. So your key to the week this week is the High Priestess. Listen to and pay attention to your intuition to this week, right? The High Priestess, yes, she's hidden things revealed, and she's purity, and there's so many other amazing meanings that you can attach to this card. But this week, specifically for you, Sagittarius, your intuition is going to be on fire. This is the week where you really want to pay attention to your gut instincts, your intuitive nudges and hits. These are going to really start to show you, or at least give you glimpses of the path that you're taking forward now. What this is really also going to highlight to you is how much you can trust yourself, how much you can trust the information that's coming through your intuitive understanding or your own intuitive wisdom. Now this may also be a week where you decide to reveal a secret of some sort. Now it doesn't have to be, you know, something awful or nefarious. Maybe it's just like a secret desire. Maybe this is something that you wanted for a long time but never really told anybody that you wanted. Maybe this is you expressing expressing a desire as well in some way, shape or form. For your actions and options this week, you got the High Priestess. Look at that, right? This is a week where you are really to pay attention to your intuition. This is a week where you really need to allow your channel to be clear, right? So if you're a drinker, if you're a smoker, if you partake in any form of recreational adult sweeties, this is not the week. And the reason I say that is because you need to make sure that your channel is clear. The reason I say that is because when you are clear, when you are free of any sort of pollutants, toxins, substances, etc., the messages and the information that comes through is that much clearer and purer. And not only that, it means that you're able to differentiate what is, what is real to you, right? So that's not to say that I don't condone any sort of usage or whatever. It's not that, experimenting with your consciousness is a fundamental human bloody right. It's a part of the experience that we're supposed to have through life, especially for delving into. However, that has its place. I mean, I'm going to get off my soapbox and shut up now, but you get my point. This week, be as clear and open as you possibly can, right? Pay attention to your dreams, keep a dream journal. If you get strong gut instincts about things this week, pay attention. If you get an urge to call somebody this week, call them. Your intuition is leading the way this week, and it's really important that you let it, because it's going to reveal something big to you. I mean, you got a double up of this energy. So and what are the odds, right? For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Swords. So if you are taking a meeting this week, very possible. If you are you could be taking a meeting this week. You could be invited this week to an interview, or maybe even to a meeting that not many people have knowledge of. So this could be, for those of you that work for somebody else specifically, this week it could be, a whole bunch of the bosses or the higher ups get together this week and they pull you into the meeting. This week you might find as well that you are a part of things or involved in things that are not public knowledge, that are not necessarily out in the know for everybody. I would take this not only as a really good sign, but I would also take this as an understanding that you are, this week, consider yourself like a universal solvent. You may be able to go places that not everybody else is. You might be getting some sort of special treatment, some sort of, that's only for those that are in the know, etc. For those of you that are working for somebody else, As I said, you could be pulled into something this week that not many people have knowledge about. For those of you that work for yourselves, or business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, all of the rest of it, this week, if you are interviewing people, don't just go off the questions that you have on your sheets. Don't just go with the usual questions that you would ask when screening people. Listen to your intuition. And the reason I say this is you might have somebody that comes in to apply for a job that you've advertised for your company. You might even end up meeting somebody that wants to collaborate with you. On paper, this person may not necessarily make sense, but your intuition could say to you, this is the person for the job. This is the right person to do the job. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, sorry, I got that bloody itchy nose thing that's going on. It drives me mad. It's like having someone stood right in front of you with a feather going like this, and it just it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it really gets on my nerves. And then for those of you that are retired or no longer working, this would be a good time for you to ask yourself, what skills do you have that need to be brushed up or need to be taken off the shelf? Like, where is it that you have something that you can do, but you're not using it, all right? For your money and materials, you got the Five of Cups, right? So when it comes to the finances this week, they could be a little bit shaky. It does look like you may end up suffering a financial hit of some kind. It doesn't look to be disastrous, but it does look like one that you are definitely going to feel. All right, so just be aware of that. One of the things I often say, especially with the Five of Cups and money, it's money that's gone. Like, once it's kind of, this could be something breaks and you have to replace it. Money gone. It could be that, I wouldn't even say, like, it's not a purchase. It's not necessarily like, if it's a purchase, it's because you're replacing something that's broken. But outside of that, it's like whatever this financial hit is, you're just going to have to take it. There's not going to be any chance to recover it, unfortunately, because it is the Five of Cups and you do have a double hit of the High Priestess. This would be a good week to check your banks, check your bank statements, check all of that sort of stuff, just to make sure that nothing, no charges, etc., are untoward. For your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your waterworks and all of your reproductive area. So look after it. And then for your home and environment, I mean, you got the High Priestess, which tends to be a watery sort of feminine energy, and it is the Five of Cups. So if you have any pets, just look after them this week, like double look after them, especially because it's the High Priestess, which could, I touch wood and I hope that I'm wrong on this, but it could be that a pet gets lost, not necessarily that it dies, but it could be, maybe you leave the door open and it runs out and, you never see it again, or, that kind of thing. For your love and relations, you have the Six of Cups. The relationship is the place of sanctuary and solace this week, as it should be, right? This is where you seek shelter. Now, you've got a run of cards here. So you've got the Five of Cups and then the Six of Cups. That's like a sequence of numbers. For those of you that have what I would call a masculine energy in the spirit world, they are trying to get a message to you. I would say this week probably more than any other week. The reason I say this is when you see a sequence of numbers, in my personal practice, what I've observed and what I know of spirituality, men will come through numbers, women will come through words. So you've got the number sequence here, and then you've got this psychic energy that is really clinging to you. If you have a granddad, a father, an uncle, a brother even, if you've got somebody that is of a masculine energy in the spirit world, this is very likely to be that they're trying to get a message to you. Listen to your intuition this week, because it's going to highlight to you how you can pick up what they're trying to say to you. All right, with that said, I hope you have a great week. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. With that said, I wish you all the best. Take care, and I'll see you soon.